Yes guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to Grimsby Magistrates Court. There's meant to be something going on here. I've not had the time to read into it at the time. I just know something's going on, so I'm going to be asking a few questions to a few people to find out what's happening. Yeah, we're going to go find out right now. See what's happening this morning. Now there's nobody here at the moment, but we'll see. So there's meant to be a whole big thing going on where a civil case is meant to be getting put into a criminal court. Now I don't know the full information about this, but I am going to attempt to find out off somebody. Hopefully we can speak to a few people today and see what the big deal is. But we are here. The time did change from 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the morning. Drastic change because a post was made for people to come, for people to turn up, and people to stand outside and raise their voices. But no one's turned up. Maybe it's too soon, drop of a hat. The court's changed the times and fucked about with it, so it's really ridiculous. But hopefully we're still going to get a few people here and talk to a few people, but we shall see. Only time will tell. So go on then.
Hi there. Today at Grimsby Magistrates Court we've got a case going on, and the guy that's fighting North East Links Council over a planning application goes by the pseudonym of Robin Hood, and he served the courts and the council with papers. It's all pertaining to the legal fiction and conversion of the name, and he's going into the courts as the living person. But obviously North East Lincolnshire Council is a corporation.
Yep.
So this is where it's going to get interesting, and this is why we're here today, to see how the court responds and reacts to what has gone on. He's filed all the proper paperwork, and we was here yesterday afternoon serving the court again with some more paperwork, so they're fully aware and informed of what is about to take place. Now, we can't seem to find the listings for the court. He was given one appointment of 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
But that has changed, and they've tried to change it to a morning appointment, last minute, short notice. Yeah. So it's all up in the air at the moment. So the guys supporting him have come first thing this morning, and then we can attend the court and see what goes on from there. I'm sure later on today everything will become clear. Yeah. As to how this plays out, and we know what the councils are like with the courts and the hired rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, so as I see it, as I'm looking at it, as what you've just told me, it seems like the council have got a man in court, so it seems like a business is taking somebody to court. Yeah. So it seems more of a not a criminal matter, more of a civil matter. So the civil courts, I'm sure, are based in the Crown Court in Grimsby, but today it's in the Magistrates Court.
This isn't a criminal offence.
No, it seems like a civil one.
Yeah, yeah. As we know, Magistrates Courts are administration courts.
Yeah.
And they all work on the 12 presumptions of law, which I think a lot of us know how that works.
Yeah.
And they presume we don't know our rights, and we're children and we can't speak up for ourselves. Mm-hmm. This guy that's coming here today is very knowledgeable on all aspects of the law, and it should make for a very interesting day.
Well, let's find out, shall we? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it does. It's got the dragon. Yeah.
Right, so what's happening today? What's it all started over? Where's it started from? Where's it stemmed from?
So Robin Hood, Realm of England,
Yep.
is in court today representing his wife, over a wall.
A wall.
Yes. Planning.
Planning.
So
Wow.
when you're fighting anything to do with corporations, councils, it's all the same paperwork. It's all the same language. That's what people don't get their head around. It takes a while to think, I've got a gas bill or I've got a parking fine, or it's all the same language.
Yeah.
They've converted you into the personam. Then you have to go into your jurisdiction. But what Robin Hood does, he uses their 12 presumptions of law, and then he uses his own common law, and he says, well, you understand me on this language, but you might not understand me here, but I understand who I am. It's a bit like that. Very clever.
So basically all the rules of any kind of council, now the councils are all corporations, as is the United Kingdom government, that's a corporation as well.
Yeah.
So only corporations can speak to corporations in the land of the dead, so that's why they turn you into a person or a resident or a taxpayer, occupier, whatever it is. So they lower your status when really our status as living men and women is higher than theirs. Because he who creates owns, it's a maxim in law. So we create government, not the other way around. So we're here because these guys, I think apparently, have turned a civil case into a criminal case, which again, A, they're in the wrong jurisdiction because they're in legal, and legal means not lawful. Legal is the presumption or colour of law. So colour means black. Like Black's law is a colour, and colour means counterfeit. That's legalese, that's the double speak. So really what we need to do is A, not go into legal jurisdiction at all, but if they're trying to turn a legal case, which is A, a load of nonsense jurisdiction on a living man and woman, and then try and turn it into a criminal case when there's no harm, injury or loss, then we've got a problem because there's no due process. So you've got a judge in there who's forging documents, uttering, which is a criminal offence. It's all fraud ultimately at the end of the day, which again is a criminal offence from them, whilst calling us criminals.
And their language, we don't understand it, but people don't know that. So when you go into these courts, so for instance, when I went into court years and years ago about parking, I was like, oh yeah, I'm really sorry, I did this. But your paperwork doesn't match me. I'm not who you say that is.
Yeah.
That's what people have to get their head around. It's a hard lesson, isn't it? It's hard to unravel and unpick. But until you meet them with, I don't understand that paperwork, that's not me, and I don't honour that, that's when it all unravels.
I've heard a few cases like this go on in this country over many of years now. A few people attack it with common law. So the difference between why is common law not used in the court system? Why is it their speak? Why is it structured for them to win? As it's like gambling, isn't it? It's like the house always wins. So why is it structured like that?
Because the courts are now the banks. The banks are the bar society, and the bar is the City of London. So the City of London is banking. So all our courts, all of them, without exception, even up to the Royal Courts of Justice now, they are corporate courts. They're not courts for the people. I mean,
jury.
Yeah. Basically what we're trying to do is bring in a common law jury. Now it's common law, you can't just use it on your own. If we all went in there saying, oh, I'm a living man or woman, I'm a freeman of the land, they'd laugh us out of there. But what you've got to do is call out the jurisdiction and wrap them up in their own rules. So the judge won't be on his oath or bond, he'll be on an affirmation. The clerk of the court isn't a clerk of the court anymore, he's a legal advisor. So they don't have any authority over you whatsoever, and they have no authority to be in these public buildings any longer. Because really, it's for us, the people, to hold our public servants to account. But the difficulty is, under the Nolan principles, they hold themselves to account. They have a higher duty of care to us as the people, by the people, for the people. But what's happened is, because they're all incorporated, they don't do that now. So they get to, tell us what to do and instead of the other way around, really. So at the least it's misfeasance in office, then it goes to malfeasance, then you're going into treason and high treason. That's how serious this is. They're criminals in there. Now some of them don't know what they're doing, but the thing is, ignorance is no defence of the law, so they don't get to just say, oh well, we didn't know. So do we get away? We don't get away with that, do we? If we broke the law, we don't get to say, oh well, sorry, I just didn't know. No. But the thing is, law applies to the living man and woman.
Yeah.
But even law is a construct, it's the land, the air and the water. But anyway, without going there, I guess a little bit deeper.
But they also use trickery, the devil's handbook. So they know what you're doing, so they're always trying to trick you back into their jurisdiction.
Yeah.
And that's when you're in that moment and your adrenaline's going and you're not thinking it's clear, because you can play this out at home as much as you want. When you get in there and they ask you a question, they take you back into their jurisdiction. It's up to you to go, that's not me over here. So when I was in court against Jacobs in May, the judge said okay, let's go to this part of your witness statement. I went, oh, no, that's trickery. I'm going over here. And he was not happy about it because I went, no, I'm not doing that bit. I'm going over here and doing this bit. And it's having that all the time. They're always trying to trick you back in.
Yeah, and you think that's the reason why most people can't actually speak for themselves? They have to get somebody appointed to speak for them. Because I remember a case where I was in court. This court specifically, I got fined like over £600 for telling somebody that the teeth are falling out, basically. But they took it as a threat. And the thing is, it was all on a YouTube video. It was a video I was recording that day, and according to the man that I said this to, he felt harassed, alarmed, and distressed. Now, how could he feel like that when he brushed my shoulder 20 seconds later? But they only played a certain aspect of the video in there and questioned me on that one aspect.
But they were already drawing upon your bond the minute you walk in there.
Yeah.
The minute I apply for, now someone said to me, how can you then use their system if their system is fraudulent? It's the only system we've got.
Yeah.
It's the only system you've got to get some sort of either truth or justice. Now, I was just on my way here and I thought, isn't it funny? I used to work in healthcare and trust it and fear the courts. And now I don't fear the courts and I don't trust healthcare.
Yeah.
What a turnaround.
And I suppose that's the thing, when you realise that it's all a system that's purposely designed to enslave on a basis of debt, ultimately. So, like, you go into a court and they'll say guilty or not guilty. Well, guilty comes from the Dutch word gilder, to pay. Basically you're saying I'll pay or I won't. And if you say that you won't, you're not guilty, well then you're being like obstinate to the court. That's why they tell you to go and get a solicitor, because solicit means to prostitute. A solicitor, when you sign your power of attorney away to them, they declare you a lunatic and an imbecile before the court because you don't know who you are, you can't speak. That's why you're not allowed to speak when you've got a solicitor representing you. So means again, so they're presenting you off the land and putting you into maritime jurisdiction, which is the ship, which is the court. So really, they're all in it. They're all in it together. People say, they can't all be in it. Yeah, they are. And even at the lower levels, if they don't know what they're doing, they're still a minion and a party to it, doing the devil's work in the name of the Lord. So there's no real justice in there, because the word justice itself comes from Justinian, which is Rome, and all civil law is Roman law, and that's what's going on in there. So it's not the law of our land under natural common law, using trust law, utilising the Uniform Commercial Code to wrap them up in their own rules. We know what they're doing, but
it's unravelling it.
Victoria said, you go in there and they will make you feel inferior, they will bully you, they will railroad you, but Robin Hood's here they can't do that to him. So what we're trying to do today is bring in our own natural, there's a difference. You can't just do common law, and I should say this, so that is a bit of a myth. So again, when they go, you can't just walk in here and go, I'm a freeman of the land. No, you can't do that. That's true. But what Robin Hood will do is go in there, he'll call out the jurisdiction, and he will ask the judge questions like, are you on your oath and your bond? And he'll pull them that way. And then he boxes them in. Do you know what I mean?
It's clever.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. So that's why when people say, constitutional law doesn't work, it's not so much that you go in shouting constitutional law, because you can't in their jurisdiction.
They don't recognise it.
They can't hear you. But if you go in there and wrap them up with their own rules and pull them on everything like that, and you call that, because then it's like what they've tried to do in it, like you're in contempt of court. What court? There isn't a court. It's a fiction. They have no authority to do it. Even the CPS are insolvent. Yeah. So if you're a business, and that's what the CPS is now, and you're insolvent, you shouldn't be trading. So why the CPS, a company, a corporation, they can't bring a living man or woman into a court.
Doesn't exist.
Only a living man and a living woman can bring themselves into a courtroom, if there's been a harm, injury or loss again. So say like your case, when you caused alarm and distress and all this nonsense. I think there is an actual case that blows that out of the water, like a high court case, because unless there's some real civic, especially if you've got like a police officer or somebody who has that high duty of care. Well, if you swear at a police officer, has it really, it's not offending them, is it? It's not calling them distress. They have a higher duty of care in that role to be able to take the odd swear word or, not being punched in the face
as
or
a
attacked
midwife,
or
I was
bound.
sworn at all the time. Yeah. I wasn't offended.
And it's nice.
No, I've got 4 kids, so I know how much abuse midwives get.
But they don't mean it, and it's in that moment, and you're human, and this is we've lost our true essence of who we are as humans. I'm allowed to be angry. I'm allowed to be upset. I'm allowed to vocalise myself, but we're being boxed into this. And you can't escape it. And I think being on this sort of journey is the start of, and like most people would go, why are you going to a courtroom? Well, because it's a comedy sketch. You're just playing something out, but when you leave, you do need to cleanse yourself off because it's a heavy energy. It's very oppressive.
It's exposing it more than anything because it's banking. That's what's going on in here. It's banking.
Your
and
day
the thing
to you is you're banking.
You go into a courtroom and there's no jury. You're in an administrative court. You're not in a court of law. But even if you go to a criminal court and there's a jury there, it's still a trick. They'll say you've got a jury trial, but a jury trial isn't a trial by jury. So it's a trick in the words because the judge is still steering the ship, run by the clerk of the court. There's not a clerk anymore. He's a legal advisor, and the judge is now a banker. So really, what you're doing again, it's all about the gilder. It's all about are you guilty or not guilty? Guilty. So they can bring your bond in and run it as a security because it's the judge who is what's the word? He's basically liable until you turn up for that bond, for that money. They all get paid, and you pay.
That's why there's so much fear about never missing a court case. You must always turn up. Yeah. People always go, I have to go to court, but you don't. You use your administrative to meet them on the administrative level. People that say you must ignore letters, put them in the bin. I'm the opposite.
They'll come anyway.
They'll come anyway. You've got to meet them on an administrative level, and then they up their administration, you up it, and eventually there's always silence on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's more really what we're trying to do today is because you're not going to bring the banking system down in Grimsby in one day. Like, this is a criminal mafia that's spanned thousands of years. It goes back to the Orsini family, the history of it. So what we tend to do at the Realm of England, which is www.therealmofengland.com.
Nice little plug.
we kind of educate people on this stuff because it's the awareness that will tip it ultimately. But displays like this, we just want these institutions to know exactly.
You've got to walk it.
They can't get away with this. Same with the police now. They're not police constables. The policy officers working to targets. What something's gone terribly wrong. Hence why silly acts like that where you got fined £600 for offending someone. Basically, an act is exactly that. It's a good piece of theatre, but it's a fiction. It has no authority over you when you know who you are and you're in the right jurisdiction. It's about playing with securities, trust law, kind of understanding natural common law, but kind of merging and combining all of them because there's more than one way to skin a cat. So it's complex yet simple. They make it look very complex and they scare you to death when you walk in there because it's intimidating. I've been in court, they've intimidated the shit out of me, and I know more than your average person. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's what you do with your dancing shoes. So we kind of turn up and we just do our bit, don't we? But we speak out online. Victoria's a whistleblower midwife. She speaks out very vocally. I speak out very vocally. But there's loads of people in this country. I mean, there's a big rally going on and protest this weekend, didn't you, in London, which I was invited to, but I don't particularly protest, but it doesn't mean that display isn't still a good display if that's what they want to do.
But it's showing unity in numbers. Doesn't matter what they can put whatever title they want on it. It's the unity of the people. That's what's coming.
And we've got to kind of get rid of this debt-based society and really when you sign any kind of mortgage or credit, you are the creditor. You're the holder in due course, But when we hand it back to the bank with our signature, they securitize that and then pretend that they lend us something, but really it's just a note in a ledger. It's all about accounting and balancing books, but they won't tell you that, and that's all this place is. It's an administrative place to rob you blind if you want asset strip you again. If you've dropped it. Now, I don't think people should go dropping litter and doing 40 miles in a 30s or near a school or anything like that. It's about acting sovereign and responsible, and not a lot of people are ready for that. But the people, it's like never underestimate a group of determined people. A small group of determined people who can change the course of history. So though we are small, we are many, in that sense, in energy. So it'll only take a few million to tip it, and there's millions of people waking up to this now. So
I think people are already on the pathway to even things that you've just mentioned then, like litter enforcement and stuff. It's happening now countrywide. I mean, even in a little town like Grimsby, you've got enforcement officers standing in the town waiting for somebody to drop a cigarette.
But commission for it as well.
So these people, these same people are meant to be their actual employment status and their job role is to impose the PSPO area. Now the PSPO area includes begging and stuff like that, but they only ever fine people for litter. But thank you for talking to us. Let's go.
Right. So we've turned up today to ensure correctness in court. I've been 4 times this week. I've hand-delivered documentation, which they've totally ignored, and basically said the Constitution does not reside in this court. There is no constitutional monarchy. which all courts must be. There is no imperial crown. And the CPR guy says there's no Bill of Rights. I gave him the Bill of Rights, the Magna Charta, still in force. No, we don't do that here. So what do you mean we don't do that here? Right? That's exact words to me. We don't do that here. Not interested in that. I said, okay then, Archibald Maxims 2025, there you go, it's all page numbers, all done. You've had all this. We're sick and tired of being converted into a quasim. You're telling me I'm a corporation? Yeah, you are. It's under Companies Act 2006, section 790LQ. All persons are corporations. All caps fiction. Archibald states in its own documentation, and it's the 2025 edition, Sweets and Maxwell's, they've had all this information. The state only issues persona identity to trap you into trust fraud. So they can access the trust in your name, which is now being offshored to the Isle of Man, which they've all had been documented to. And now what they've done is they've stopped. I don't know how many people are here. 20 people?
Yeah.
30 people?
Yeah.
Have turned up to support us today and bear witness to the criminality within these courts. And the judge has barred everybody out the court.
Yeah.
Because I've gone with common law maxims, natural maxims, and they barred me. I've told them that I were not only Mackenzie friend. I didn't say I was a Mackenzie friend. I said I'm representing her. It is a natural law that she can be represented by anybody.
Yeah.
No, you've got to be represented by a solicitor. Right? All solicitors are registered to the foreign state of the inner city of London through the SRA. And it states in their own handbook they cannot represent the just in rem, the natural person.
Wow.
States it in their own handbook. I've demonstrated this time and time again. This court and every court now in England is breaching not only our human rights, our civil rights, and our constitutional safeguards and protections by violating them and stating they don't exist. Archibald, it states sovereignty, 2025. Sweets and Maxwell's states sovereignty, right? Halsby's law, gone. Everything in England now works on corporation only, fiction creation, personam. Well, this court now and this judge, I've indicted for illegal conversion from a, action that they've done, a criminal action which they've done. They were issued them indictments at 7 o'clock this morning, and they've still continued this case, right, in fraud, right? They've taken my ex in on her own, by force. We've all seen that. They would not let any public gallery in.
No.
Everybody can confirm that. 30 people, no, you're not allowed in. The judge does not let you in. Therefore, this is not a court of law, a court of du jour. This is a compelled performance court because you are a slave under administration. When I've gone in there and gone to the CPS, a legal fiction cannot bring claim or injury to man or woman. Natural maxim, right?
Yeah.
Put them all in, they've all ignored them. They are only running off of acts and statutes. That's it. Because we now have all been converted into illegal personams or quasims. When you talk to him, he's like, I'm a barrister. I said, no, you're fucking not. I said, you're a foreign state jurisdiction barrister. Where you registered to? He went, Gray's Inn. I said, where's Gray's Inn? Inner city of London, foreign state. Cannot practice law here without special licence or consent. Where is the consent? They've ignored everything and gone, we're going to bully you through in breach of human rights, ICCHR, IOCOPR, all international treaties, all international rules. UK was warned in 2024, and I've issued it, by the IOCPO, HR, human rights courts, knock it off, basically. They got warned again in 2004, issued. All of this has been completely ignored. I've come today with absolutely loads, and this is not even a tenth of what we've done. Not even a tenth. Now look at this. This document here that they've had, there you go, the Commonwealth Judges Association. The judge is a private corporation. Everything is run under corporate rule. Right? If you're not part of it, get out. And this is their fraudulent system that they've now forced upon us. Right? Where's the other bits I want to show you? Right? And they've had this for 2 years, nearly 2 years now. Right? There you go. All the councils that have been linked together. Duns numbers, everything. Right? It is a corporate fiction. Humberside Police Force. Corporate fiction. Right. The Bill of Rights. All being issued. Clauses, everything. Case law. All totally ignored. Hey, love.
If they ignore what you present to them, are they breaching your human rights just doing that?
Just doing that. Because what it is, I mean, look at all these. I mean, this is what I want to get to. Right? There you go. This was issued to them. These are all their DUNS numbers. Right? All of them. All issued to the court, showing that we know the state of play. And they've ignored it. Completely ignored it. There's case law after case law after case law after case law. All in these documents. All totally ignored. Indictments issued, totally ignored. Right? There you go, look at that. North Lincolnshire Council. VAT number. States it's a business. Ignored. How does a corporation bring a man of flesh and blood to court? It cannot. Wow. Ignored.
Can I just say something about that? They don't put the VAT on the bill. The VAT registered the council, but they don't put it on the bill as time.
Association of Police Chief Constables.
Wow.
Right? All corporate fictions. Every single one of them. Here you go. This is their DUNS numbers. More DUNS numbers, look. Everybody get a load of that. Right? This is every council building in Scunthorpe that is now... What is it? There you go. Pages of them. Absolutely pages of them. Right? There you go. Pages upon pages upon pages. I mean, there's just literally everything that we own has now been converted for them to sell, to pay the state debt. Everything. The nation, England, does not own a bean. We come under natural common law. Right? Here it is. Archibald 2025 treason maxims. Okay? To do an unconstitutional act, the man who must stand under his own stand for his own peril and face the consequences. Right? Maxim of law. You've got... I'll have to put my glasses on because I can't see now because I'm fuming there. Right? Right? Stating, Sarah Blues, living flesh and blood, sovereign woman. Ignored. Indictments, claim, maxims, sovereign woman. All ignored. International Convert of Civil and Political Rights, 1966, still in force. Declaration of Jurisdiction, all ignored. Completely ignored by all these criminal courts. Because they've now illegally converted you into a personam or quasi-jurisdiction. No man or woman is breathing anymore. You're all dead personams, i.e. your birth certificate, your driving licence, your passport needs to all go back. All of it.
So is that why they summoned you?
Yep. It's to pay the summons, to pay the toll. Why do you have to plead guilty or not guilty? So they can create a guilt and sell it and access your trust. Oh, well, it's not your trust, it's in your name, but it's not yours. It was set up by the state for their benefit.
But this is done at birth, isn't it? This is done at birth.
Yes. Yeah, do not register your children at all. Get off the voters roll immediately, because that is the illegal conversion. You vote for these idiots. Well, the documentation states only state fictions vote.
Will this be taken to the higher courts?
Yes, it will. I'm going to take it personally.
When you get to the Hague,
I'm going to get it to the international courts for definite. I've already issued it. Later on today, they will be receiving an act of treason indictment by illegal conversion. Right? The CPS guy was running about behind the scenes, absolutely fucking terrified. You all saw him running about up and down the fucking stairs.
I seen him speak to you, and
Right.
yeah,
Oh no, I'm not dealing with that. No, we don't deal with that.
he was flapping. He was
Right.
flapping up and down the
And
courts.
then fucking running about, and then they've isolated somebody who knows absolutely nothing about anything and whipped it in there to force under compelled presumption, which is article under the 2010 Slavery Act, is compelled servitude, which is slavery. So the judge will be charged with the act of slavery, so will the CPS. They've all been issued indictments today. This
Can we
morning at 7
can we
o'clock.
name and shame the judge?
Just two, right?
What's the name?
If we can find out. I've already asked for his bond, and
Yeah.
what you need to ask for is their oaths and bonds. The bond gives you jurisdiction and redress,
Yeah.
right, for criminality. The oath makes sure that they're under constitutional oaths. They're not. They're under Commonwealth oaths, foreign state oaths, right? And they're standing in their own cause because they get paid, which is a violation of law.
Yeah.
There is no more law in this country. None.
Wow.
And I asked for the seal of the court. It's on the back of the wall. And my comments were into him. I said, you see that B&M sign there, don't you? That means fuck all to me. Fetch me the correct seal of this court. And he ran off. Is that not good enough for you? I went, no. This is when they've taken her
Yeah.
by compelled performance, because in a single justice procedure, they issued an arrest warrant and we caught them on it. So when we came to court last time, I argued the point, and then they changed. No, it's a criminal matter. How's it a criminal matter to own property? To put a fence up, to put a wall up,
Surely it's not.
and especially when you've sold them, so you no longer own them.
we don't want anything anyway.
Oh, we know we all don't, but it's the illusion of ownership, innit?
How can a legal fiction own a physical asset?
No, that you ask them that, because this is what we've been asking for ages, right? They actually dropped the case in 2023, right?
Yeah.
And then started again in 2024. But everything is so banged up now. We've been waiting 6 months to get records from Land Registry, so that when this case started,
Wow.
you cannot get a criminal offence for putting a gate up that's 6'6", putting a fence panel up that's 6 foot, and a wall that's 5 foot and 4 foot, because the wind blew it over and smashed it to pieces. So she's not built any of this, she's not done any of this. So, but they've now, because she's down on the Land Registry as the owner, not the company, right? They fetched her and not the company responsible, because they can't get anything out the company. Nothing.
Is the property in a trust?
Yes.
So there's a lot of other legislation that they've broken there.
Yeah, of course it is. It's trust fraud, it's everything. The Land Registry are fully aware it's in a trust. Told them 3 days ago. Right, again, told them 5 months ago. But nothing gets changed because the council will not allow it. The council are now running judge, jury and executioner.
Yeah.
The CPS works for the council. The police get licensed from the council.
Yeah.
And this is all registered by Lord Kilmore's letter 1960, when he wrote to Edward Heath in 1960 for the illegal conversion of England into a state to join EEC.
And we all know that he was compromised.
Right? This is all goes back, and do you know what they're trying on now? It's the 1666 and 1707 trust. Because you are now dead, lost at sea, or presumed dead. They can't hear you, they can't see you in that court
Yeah.
by illegal conversion. This is the fact that when you go in there, nothing you take in. This is a tenth of what they've had.
If your child's registered and before 7, can you claim them back?
Yes. Yeah, everybody, I recommend everybody now claims the children back, surrenders their birth certificate, driving licence, everything. Remove the documents from and remove yourself from the vote as well. Because once the Quasims can't vote, they lose. And it's all right, Graham Moore going in and, we're going to prove electoral fraud, we're going to do this. It's all fraud. And you look up the Fiat system from 1933, it's all fraud. It's fraud built on fraud. It's all deception. All of it. And this is why they state now, you will own nothing and be happy.
Yeah.
I don't see many of us being very happy.
No.
Right? So again, this is a violation of human rights. It's a violation of the Magna Charta, the Bill of Rights, and they banned me now from this court to represent them. In law, you can have any representation. They now want you to go for a Bar Guild solicitor, foreign state solicitor. Foreign state solicitor.
Ridiculous.
Or a barrister that's registered at Gray's Inn. Right? The SRA handbook tells you it. Look it up.
Yeah.
I've sent it all into these Muppets. Not one thing has stuck. Not one. And now they've just barred 30 people that I've already informed them are here to be the jury. Under the Juries Act. Not recognised. Because it has to be. Yes. Willfully, neglectfully, and everything else. This is the highest form of treason there is today. It's a breach of the 1701 Successions Act. Imagining the death of the monarch. It's a breach of the 1701 Settlement Act. This is what they want to take off you. These are your rights, inalienable in stone. They cannot be removed. It states on all of them. This is in perpetuity for all time.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those loons. Go look it up.
Yeah.
Right? Go look it up. This is the travesty of any court now. We've got people wanting a court of record. That's not a court of record. That is nothing more than a bullying, treasonous court. And it will now be charged with treason tomorrow morning. And I will put the indictment up for everybody to find it.
Where can we find you, sir?
On the Realm of England.
Realm of England, yeah? Is that on YouTube?
No, it's on the what is it? But I do with Carly Spell and a few others.
I'll make sure I include it in the video.
If you see Carly, she'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
And basically, that's what these courts now fear.
Yeah.
Is the people getting the wise to their con.
Yeah.
And this is their con. They prey on the weak.
Has not the social contract been done?
Well, this is what it is. What social contract?
Well, the social contract that we give permission to lord over is not there.
No. You see, this isn't it. It's the authority of the governed. It's not a social contract, right? But the social contract only works between the living and the living. It does not work between corporate fiction and corporate fiction. Personam, quasim. Right? Simple as that. The judge is a cunt. Right? He's a criminal, treasonous cunt, and he will be found because I will take this now all the way. You will see the crowdfunding go now. Because this now goes. We have to make a line here now.
Yeah.
Because banning the people from witnessing law is a criminal act. This is supposed to be a court de jure. They've been given every evidence of it. This is a sui juris, just naturel, just in rem woman. Flesh and blood. How does that become a person? Personam.
Isn't justice supposed to be seen to be done?
It's not even been seen to be done now, is it? It is now just an absolute fraud.
That's their wording as well, seen to be done.
Yeah, it's fraud.
Yeah.
It's nothing but an outrage of fraud and disgust now.
Yeah.
Right? Absolute fraud and disgust.
Well, thank you for all your time and effort on
Yeah,
this one.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for your conversation.
Cheers, mate. No worries, get it up on YouTube straight
Yeah,
away.
I will do, mate. So guys, I have never ever witnessed something like this before. It is absolutely amazing that there is quite a big turnout for this case. How have they turned something civil into criminal, and even just ignoring him proving all his rights? how is this even possible? It's like a slave trade, isn't it? It's really, 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 really annoying and really scary to think about and get in depth about. Apologies about the sound as well. I've had to send my mics off to get fixed. Something broke inside, so I've had to send them off to get fixed. Should be rectified, should be back with me in the next couple of days, so should be sorted. Just this video because it popped up out of nowhere. But yeah guys, he's still discussing it with the people now, explaining obviously more of what's happening. More cases like this are happening across the UK. I've just been told about somebody taking the child maintenance to court. They've literally took money off him that he never had, for no reason basically. He's taking them to court. There's also another gentleman that is starting to take them to court because his child's lived with him for 3 years, yet the ex was still claiming all that was registered at a certain address, and the ex still demanded the money or something. So for 3 years he had his child. The child maintenance was still getting on him. It's a crazy situation. I've been inside the court waiting for this to proceed, and to see that they've closed. Right, I'm a witness to this. I was there. The woman closed the public gallery. I've never seen that happen before. I've had situations with certain people, with certain courts where they've tried not letting me in as a journalist. They've not let me in court at all. But this situation is crazy. I've never seen a full public gallery be shut down because this man sent on paperwork, which they've obviously seen. They've just ignored it. That there's going to be a jury of 12, jury of 20 plus however many people have turned up here today, a jury for his case, and he was going to fight it. I've never seen them shut down a full public gallery before at all, ever, and they've done that here today at Grimsby Magistrates Court. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, I've got the judge's information from today's court listings. I believe it's right here on screen, and I believe whilst the man was talking, obviously all the information to find out any more updates will be available on the websites that I would have shown on screen as well. If you're interested in this, please go and follow these people. Just popping them on screen, boom, boom, boom. Please go and check out the websites. I'll leave all links in the description, and comment down below what your thought process is to common law attacking the justice system. The justice system that is fucked in the UK. Yeah.